Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
On second down now, it's Carson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Falcons 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And some room to roam now. A big run there by Freeman. 59 yards for him on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. He finds his man Johnson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper. his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On second down, it's Carson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now Wentz on 3rd down. They'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he finds McLaurin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
He's got it. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try to run with Carson. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Chris Carson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Mike 51. Hey, defense.
On first down, Flacco. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Here's Carson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Complete. Richardson has it. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Hey, empty. He's coming. Double up.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Flacco. Bryant has it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Weber. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he's going to go down again. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Rolling the dice on fourth. Flacco. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Wentz to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Malik Collins in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Waiting. Great 15. Great 15.
On 1st down, Carson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Trace McSorley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Flacco from the gun. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead.
38, Falcons 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them return. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Quinton Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this throw caught left side.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Wentz. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. This is Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daron Payne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Flacco, and a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 3rd and just 1, it's Flacco. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Flacco now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Carson 51 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Flacco now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. From the gun, Flacco. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Coaching spill. 3 wide.
A run for Weber. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First and 10 here for Flacco. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. First and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They run it with Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.